So hello and welcome to class. We're going to do a little bit of, or a short practice, focus on mindful movement. So it could be serve as a warm-up for something else, or yes, or just a standalone practice if you wish. So we're going to sit on a block maybe, or a blanket, or a cushion, on the shins, cross-legged, or any comfortable seat that you want to take. Let's take 3 deep breaths together. I want you to close the eyes and we'll inhale through the nose and take a long exhale through the mouth. We go together 3 times. So take a deep inhale through the nose, long exhale through the mouth. Again, long inhale through the nose, deep exhale through the mouth. One more round, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Now come back to your normal breathing in and out through the nose. Keep the eyes closed. And just take a moment to feel the body. So the hips and the legs are grounding into the block, the blanket, the floor, while the spine lengthens. Maybe do a couple of shoulder rolls, so moving the shoulders up and back a few times, trying to release through the arms and the hands towards the thighs. The spine is long, the back of the neck is long, the face is soft, and the crown of the head reaches towards the sky. So we're sitting nice and tall, grounding from the hips down into the earth and lengthening from the hips up all the way to the crown of the head. So the chest is open, the shoulders are relaxed, the arms are relaxed. And then from there, let's bring our awareness to our surroundings, any noises, any smells, any sounds, lack of sounds. So just feel where you are in a space. And from there, let's start bringing our awareness towards our breath. So maybe the hands stay on the thighs, maybe the left hand comes to the heart, the right hand comes to the belly. And then start feeling that movement of the breath inside the body and that movement of the body with the breath. So maybe you feel that movement more towards the chest, towards the ribs, maybe more towards the belly. Either way, the hands are moving apart with the inhales and the hands are coming closer together on the exhales. So feel that in your own body as you follow the breath in and out. Feeling how the body moves up and down with the breath. And let's take another couple of rounds of breathing. Nice. And then slowly let's release the hands. Let's blink the eyes open. Let's remove the block or the blanket if you had one. And we're going to face the top of the mat. I want you to come to a child's pose, but a very relaxed child's pose. So hips back towards the heels, they don't have to touch, but they're going back in that direction. The hands on top of each other or make fists. And you're going to take the head onto the hands, or the forehead onto the hands. Taking a few breaths here, just relaxing everything towards the floor. The chest is heavy, the upper body is heavy, the legs are heavy, and the arms are heavy into the ground. Nice. From there, let's extend the arms forward. So hands on the mat in front of you. Keep spreading through the fingers. And notice as you press into the hands, the forearms will lift off the floor. So feel that in your own body. Press the hands into the ground and then release the head in between the arms, either to the floor or towards the floor. So 1 or 2 breaths here.
trying to push into the ground as much as you can and rounding through the spine as much as you can. So you're basically trying to lift the belly off the thighs a little bit while keeping the hands on the floor and the armpits sinking towards the ground. Maybe one more breath. Good. Let's change this by taking the hands back and tucking through the toes, maybe moving a little bit back and forth, maybe extending one leg at a time back towards the back of the mat. If the knees are not comfortable here, you can always take a blanket under the knees. So that's always an option for you. Nice. I'm going to bend both knees, tuck through the toes and push the hips back towards the heels. So basically like a kind of child's pose with the toes tucked under. Keep inhaling and exhaling, moving back and forth. Just feeling the points of contact with the ground, the fingertips, the hands, the toes, the knees. Good. And then slowly come back to center. I'm going to walk back. Maybe you sit on top of the heels, maybe you come a little bit higher, and just take the fingertips on top of the shoulders and do a few shoulder rolls. The head could be looking forward, or you can tuck the chin to the chest. Yes, and avoid any movement of the neck, any movement of the neck going back. And then change the direction of your circles. Good. And then slowly release. Maybe shake the hands, interlace the fingers, and let's make a few circles with the wrists. Good. And then from here, take the forearms together and the elbows in line with the shoulders. So this is your inhale. And on the exhale, open the arms to the sides. The elbows are still in line with the shoulders. Maybe the palms are together. Maybe you start peeling the heel of the hands apart. So with the inhale, elbows in line with the shoulders, forearms together. And with the exhale, elbows out, palms together, or maybe we peel the heel of the hand. So again, inhaling, exhaling, couple more rounds. Last one. Nice. And then slowly release, shake the hands. And now take the right foot forward into a calf stretch. You can either sit back onto your left heel, but if this is not comfortable for the knee or for the front of the ankle, you can come a little bit further forward, more towards a lunge, taking the right knee forward towards the front and maybe hugging the front of the shin. Whether you're here or you're back, I'm going to stay back, hugging the front of the shin and leaning my weight forward towards the toes and my chest towards the thigh to stretch the right calf. 1 or 2 breaths here, breathing in and out. One more breath. Nice. And then slowly we're going to transition towards seated here, but the right leg or the right knee is still going to point up. So I'm going to lean a bit more towards the left side, come onto my left hip or onto my hips, but the right foot is going to come down and the right knee stays up towards the ceiling, right? So the legs could be a little bit farther forward, the legs could be a bit closer to you, so see how you feel. Grab the front of the shin and push the chest up and towards the thigh. Now, from here take an inhale, and on the exhale, keep the left hand onto the right knee, right fingertips behind you, and take a twist towards the right side of the mat. We want to avoid leaning back and rounding the spine, so find that push of the chest towards the thigh. Again, the foot could be a lot further forward, and the other foot a lot further forward. Taking a couple of breaths here, breathing in and out. Nice. And then with the next exhale, slowly unwind, and that right leg is going to extend out to the side. Doesn't have to stand all the way. You could take a block under the knee, take the right hand to the inside of the right leg, and take the left arm up and over. And we move up and down a few rounds, trying to feel that left side body stretch, all the way from the left hip to the left fingertips, looking under the left armpit, keeping the chest nice and open so we're not rounding forward. One more round. Good. Now, take the left hand down, take the right arm up and over, take an inhale here. And then on the exhale, maybe release the hand a little bit further down towards the floor. So inhaling, lifting through the chest, lifting through the right arm, exhaling, coming down. One more round. And then exhale. Nice. With the next inhale, you could lift up and stay here, or press the left hand down. Lift onto the shin and the right foot, left shin, right foot, and lift up towards the sky.
Maybe 1 or 2 breaths here. Good. And then with the next exhale, let's release. Let's face the side of the mat. So slowly, slowly come to face the left side of the mat, hands down. And we're going to press the hands under the shoulders, make sure the knees under the hip. And then you're going to maybe stay with the back toes tucked under, or maybe you lift the back leg off the ground. Pushing into the floor, breathing in and out. Inhaling and exhaling, gazing down at the floor, or maybe straight a little bit more forward, so see how you feel. It will help the push through the shoulders if you look down. Nice. And then with the next exhale, release. Let's go back. And let's do the other side. So I'm going to come onto my hands and knees. I'm going to do the calf stretch first. So left foot forward, knee more or less in line with the ankle or with the toes, depending on your ankle flexibility. And you're going to come forward, so grabbing the front of the shin and leaning forward. Remember, if this is too painful for the back foot, back knee, right foot, right knee, come forward and do the same movement here, right? The idea is to bring the belly to the thigh and take the knee past the ankle as much as you can. I'm going to stay back and breathe here for a couple of breaths. Nice. And then with the next exhale, we're going to sit down. So it's just that right leg that is moving, and the left knee will stay facing the ceiling, right? But again, the legs could be a bit further away, could be a bit closer to you. So take an inhale here. Interlace the fingers in front of the shin. Push the chest up towards the ceiling, or towards the front of the mat. And then we're going to take a twist from here. So right hand grabs the outside of the left knee, and the left fingertips go behind you. We keep twisting towards the left side of the mat. We keep breathing in and out, maybe closing the eyes. And squeezing through the upper back, pushing into the hips to lift the chest and lengthen the spine. Nice. And then slowly release, and that left leg is going to extend out to the side. You could take a block under the knee if straightening the leg doesn't feel comfortable. Take the left arm to the inside of the leg and take the right arm up and over. So we go up and down a few rounds, just breathing and moving. So inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, taking the side bend. So it's a side body stretch, right side body stretch. Keep breathing in and out, keep moving up and down with the arm. One more round of breathing. Good. And then take the right hand down and take the left arm up and over. So a little bit of lift through the chest. Maybe with the exhale, we release the arm. With the inhale, we push into the hips, push into the right hand, and then come down. So just a bit of lifting through the chest and pushing into the hips. From here, you can stay doing this or take the right hand down, come onto the right shin, left foot, and lift the chest, right? Maybe 1 or 2 breaths here. You could come up and down. You could stay up or stay down. I'm going to stay lifting, maybe 1 more breath. Good. And then slowly release, take the hips down to the floor. We're going to face the side of the mat. So I'm going to come forward, hands on the floor. You're going to lift the back leg, making sure you're on all fours, so hands under the shoulders. And we're going to lift the back leg up. So I'll come facing you, but basically you're going towards the other side. So left leg up, hands down. Pressing into the floor with the hands, with the fingertips. With the right shin or right toes, the back leg is in line with the hip and the toes are pointing down towards the floor. Keep engaging through that left glute. Keep pushing into the floor. Keep breathing in and out. Good. And then with the next exhale, release. Let's face the front of the mat. And let's come all the way onto the belly. So we're going to come all the way into the belly. We're going to take the hands one on top of each other, forehead to the hands, bend the knees, and just move a little bit side to side. To the right and to the left a few rounds. To the right and to the left. Nice. From there, interlace the fingers and let's push the forearms down onto the floor and lift the chest. So the elbows move back, the chest moves forward, we're in a sphinx. The feet press down and we're lifting through the kneecaps, squeezing the upper back, dragging the elbows back without moving them, and pressing the chest forward. Maybe 1 more breath here. Good. And then we're going to come towards all fours, so slowly,
Lift on top of the knees. You could use your hands if you wanted. I'm going to stay on my forearms. If you've used your hands, come down on the forearms again. Maybe pat the knees with a blanket if you need to. Take an inhale here. We're going to take cat-cows. And on the exhale, let's round the spine, chin to chest. Push into the ground with, again, knees, forearms, feet, toes. And again, inhaling, lifting the chest, exhaling, find the rounding of the spine. So find the squeeze of the inner thighs, the pull of the belly, the push through the forearms. The chin comes to the chest, the head releases towards the floor as we round the spine. Again, one more inhale to open the chest, one more exhale to round the spine. Nice. Maybe let's do one more breath, inhaling and then exhaling. Okay, from there let's come onto hands and knees. Let's do a few circles with the hips. Maybe you stay like this, doing circles. Maybe we add cat-cows here, right? So we do a bit of movement of the spine and the hips at the same time. And maybe doing the other way. Good. And then slowly come back to center. And then from there, let's walk back the hands towards the feet and let's come into a little squat. So your heels may or may not be off the ground. If they're off the floor, take a block or a book, something that you can sit on, and sit on the block, right? You want to lean a bit more forward. So imagine you could lift the toes off the floor. You'll feel the engagement at the front of the shins. And take the arms forward. If like me, your squat takes you back behind you, right? So keep leaning forward, keep breathing in and out. Keep engaging the front of the shins by lifting the toes. Maybe one more breath. Good. And then slowly release. Let's lift up. So maybe you need a block under the hands. Maybe you need to come to the side. I'm going to push into the feet and lift up into a standing forward fold. I'm going to take my block from underneath me. Take the feet parallel to each other. Just take the belly towards the thighs and then do little bounces here, up and down as we breathe in and out. Good. And then slowly release the block to the side. Let's walk forward. Drop the knees to the floor. Remove the block to the side. And I'm going to come up into a down dog. So if you need blocks for down dog, you can take them under the hands. That will make your arms a lot longer. And the hips will shoot a little bit higher. And it will be easier to release the heels towards the ground. Let's see how you feel. I'm going to stay here, pushing to the ground, lift the hips up and back. And for all of us, I want you to take the feet wider than the mat. Again, your hands could be on blocks. Now, bend the knees and send the chest down towards the floor. So you're arching the spine, pulling the belly in, pressing into the ground with feet and hands. So this is your inhale, and then on the exhale, press through the legs and press through the hands to come back into a neutral spine. So with the inhale, we're going to open the chest. With the exhale, we're going to straighten through the legs, maybe a little or a lot, but lengthen through the spine. So again, inhaling, coming down, so the spine is arching, and I come back to a neutral spine on the exhale. Okay, from here, let's take the feet hip-width apart, so a normal down dog. And then on the exhale, drop the knees to the floor, take the hands forward towards the front of the mat, and let's do a little bit of a child's pose with the toes tucked under. Maybe even with the finger or the pinky fingers towards the floor, so we stretch the armpits, the shoulders, head down towards the floor. You can always pat the knees with a blanket. Maybe one more breath. Good. And then with the next inhale, let's walk back towards the hands towards the back of the mat. Let's take the legs forward. And let's take the right shin in front of the left. So let's move a little bit side to side, breathing in and out, maybe doing a couple of circles. Nice. And then we're going to take an inhale and send the arms forward. Sorry, an exhale, chin to chest. And on the inhale, open the chest and open the arms. So maybe you're here, a bit more upright. Maybe you take a deeper forward fold by coming forward and tucking the chin into the chest. And inhaling, lifting back up. So just a few more rounds. Exhaling, inhaling, and again, exhale. And then inhale. Nice, release the hands now and cross the legs, or cross the other way, I should say. And we do the same thing again. So maybe a couple of circles here, just loosening up the hips. And then slowly coming back to center. And we move again. So with the inhale, we're going to open the chest, open the arms. With the exhale, palms together, knees
chin to chest, but maybe you come forward with the chest. So again, inhaling, opening up, opening the chest, and then exhaling, coming forward and down. Couple more rounds, inhaling, exhaling, last one, and then exhale. Nice. From there, release the hands, take the feet to the ground. Let's lift the chest, push into the ground. Maybe you take the hips a bit more forward towards the feet. Taking maybe 1 or 2 breaths here. Nice. And then slowly, let's take the legs back. Let's come into all fours and let's walk to the top of the mat into a forward fold. So come into a forward fold, grabbing the opposite elbows, moving a little bit side to side. With the inhale, we lift, bend into the knees, lift the arms. With the exhale, we come down. Couple more rounds, inhaling, exhaling. Last one, inhale, and then exhale. From there, take the hands to the thighs, push into the feet, lift up to standing. And let's do a couple of side bends here. So you're going to cross the left foot behind the right. And take the right arm up and over. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you bend into the front foot, front leg. Maybe let's change the movement of the arms. Nice. And then slowly release. Let's go to the other side. So left foot forward, right leg behind. Bend the left knee if you can. And then we go towards the left first. And then maybe we go towards the right. Maybe like that a couple of rounds. Inhaling, exhaling. One more. And then exhale. Nice. Let's come back to center. Let's come to the top of the mat. Take the palms, the arms at 90 degrees. Take an inhale here. And then on the exhale, let's twist towards the left, opening the chest. And then back to center. And then on the exhale, twist towards the right. Back to center, bend the knees. Same idea, but with the knees bent into a standing chair pose. So take the right arm up and over. This is your inhale. And on the exhale, twist it to the right. And then back to center. Inhaling, exhaling, twisting, and back to center. So inhale here, exhale, twist to the right. Back to center, inhale here, exhale, twist to the left, and back to center. Okay, and then from there, really push into the thighs. Do a couple of bounces here. We're going to come down all the way towards the floor now. So whether that means using the hands or just opening the knees and come down towards the floor. Let's do a supine twist to finish. So take the knees to the chest, move a little bit side to side. And then from there, take an inhale. And on the exhale, let's twist towards the right. Sorry, knees to the left, right arm to the right. Maybe bending the right elbow. Breathing in and out. Maybe extending through the top leg or through both legs. Nice. With the next inhale, come back to center. Let's go to the other side. So inhale here. On the exhale, let's go to the other side. Maybe extending the top leg. Maybe extending both legs. Maybe bending through the left elbow to release the shoulder to the floor. Good. And then with the next inhale, let's slowly come back to center. Take the legs up towards the ceiling. Make fists with the hands. Do a few circles with the wrists. Do maybe a few circles with the ankles as well. If you can do all that at the same time. Nice. Maybe shake the legs a little bit, shake the hands a little bit. And let's do a quick Shavasana. So take the hands out to the sides, palms up, legs out to the sides as well. Feet rolling out. Taking 1 or 2 breaths here. Just releasing the whole body towards the ground, feeling the body heavy. So the feet and the legs, the torso front and back, the shoulders, the whole of the back, the arms, the hands, the fingers, the head and the face are sinking towards the ground. So the face is soft, the jaw, the cheeks, the temples, the space in between the eyebrows, the eyeballs in the sockets, and the tongue inside the mouth. So everything is dropping down towards the floor. The feet feel heavy. Then the legs, lower legs and upper legs. Then the hips sink towards the floor. And the belly, the ribs and the chest. The whole of the back relaxes towards the floor. The arms soften, the shoulders drop, the neck lengthens, the face relaxes, especially the jaw and the eyes, the back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head. Everything is completely relaxed. And you're going to stay here in Shavasana for as long as time allows. Just relaxing the whole body towards the ground and feeling heavier and heavier, but softer and softer at the same time. Maybe one more breath here, 2 more breaths here. I'm going to go up, but you can always stay a bit longer in your Shavasana, final relaxation. I'm going to take my knees to the chest, move a little bit side to side. Roll over to the right side, push up with my left hand. And come to seated at the front of the mat with a block under my hips. So just take a moment to feel body, feel the breath, check with the mind. How is the body feeling after the practice, this little warm-up and relaxation? How are you breathing? Is the breath longer, deeper? And how is your mind? Is it more present in the now, less busy with the past or the future? So slowly, when you're ready, bring the palms together to the heart. Thank you so much for joining this short practice today. Namaste.